Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Band Together Leadership. My name is Paul Everts, and it is Grandpa Story Hour. Yep, it's one of my favorite things to do. Again, the motivation to do this is our grandsons. That would be beautiful Jason. Hello, Jason. And Wyatt. Hello, Wyatt. And hopefully there'll be more grandchildren that'll be watching this. And I do have students that have children that I heard they're actually showing their band director reading stories to my students' children, which is I'm flattered. And I have friends that are showing their grandchildren as well. I believe in alternatives. I believe in options. And so if there's going to be a drag queen story hour, boom, let's do a grandpa story hour. So that's my introduction. I will give a couple of seconds to get everyone ready. And again, if you like this, please press the like button so the algorithm shares this with the rest of the world. The drag queens are getting all the airtime. Let's have some grandpas out there too. It's a big world. Share it. Okay, here we go. Hello, boys and girls. It's Grandpa Story Hour. It's Mr. Everts, or better known as Grandpa to Jason and to Wyatt. So I have one of my favorites. This is the story of Babar, the little elephant. Okay, it's a pretty old story, but I like it a lot. So I hope you do. By the way, my wife wanted me to read this. She picked it out, so she says she wanted me to read this. So here we go. In the great forest, a little elephant is born. His name is Babar. His mother loves him very much. She rocks him to sleep with her trunk while singing softly to him. Babar has grown bigger. Now he plays with the other little elephants. He is a very good little elephant. See him digging in the sand with his shell? Babar is riding happily on his mother's back when a wicked hunter, hidden behind some bushes, shoots at them. The hunter has killed Babar's mother. The monkey hides, the birds fly away. Babar cries. The hunter runs up to catch poor Babar. Babar runs away because he is afraid of the hunter. After several days, very tired indeed, he comes to town. He hardly knows what to make of it because this is the first time that he has seen so many houses. So many things are new to him. The broad streets, the automobiles and buses. However, he is especially interested in two gentlemen he notices on the street. He says to himself, "Really? They are very well dressed. I would like to have some fine clothes too. I wonder how I can get them." Luckily, a very rich old lady who has always been fond of little elephants understands right away that he is longing for a fine suit. As she likes to make people happy, she gives him her purse. Babar says to her politely, "Thank you, madame." Without wasting any time, Babar goes into a big store. He enters the elevator. It is such fun to ride up and down in this funny box that he rides all the way up 10 times and all the way down 10 times. He did not want to stop, but the elevator boy finally said to him, "That is not a toy, Mr. Elephant. You must get out and do your shopping. Look, here's the floor walker." There you go. You're doing a good job being quiet, Jason and Wyatt, and to all the boys and girls out there. Babar then buys himself a shirt with a collar and tie, a suit of a becoming shade of green, and then a handsome derby hat, and also shoes with spats. Very, very fancy indeed. Well satisfied with his purchases and feeling very elegant indeed, Babar goes to the photographer to have his pictures taken. And here is his photograph. He's looking pretty handsome. Babar dines with his old friend, the old lady. She thinks he looks very smart in his new clothes. After dinner, because he is tired, he goes to bed and falls asleep very quickly. Sounds like Grandpa. Babar now lives at the old lady's house. In the morning, he does setting up every exercises with her, and then he takes his bath. That also sounds like Grandpa. There you go. Doing a good job. Oh, that's cool. Look at that picture. Look at that picture. He goes out for an automobile ride every day. The old lady has given him the car. She gives him whatever he wants. Pretty nice old lady. However, Babar is not quite happy, for he misses playing in the great forest with his little cousins and his friends, the monkeys. He often stands at the window, thinking sadly of his childhood, and cries when he remembers his mother. 2 years have passed. One day, during his walk, he sees two little elephants coming toward him. They have no clothes on. Why? He says in astonishment to the old lady. It's Arthur and Celeste, my little cousins. Babar kisses them affectionately and hurries off with them to buy them some fine clothes. He takes them to a pastry shop to eat some good cakes. Yum, yum, yum. Meanwhile, in the forest, the elephants are calling and hunting high and low for Arthur and Celeste, and their mothers are worried. Fortunately, in flying over the town, an old marabou bird has seen them and comes back quickly to tell them the news. So you see them calling, Celeste, Arthur, Celeste, Arthur. Oh, scary. Okay, so here we go. They are all ready to start. Babar kisses the old lady goodbye. He would be quite happy to go if it were not for leaving her. He promises to come back someday. He will never forget the old lady. They have gone. There's no room in the car for the mothers, so they run behind and lift up their trunks to avoid breathing the dust. The old lady is left alone. Sadly, she wonders, when shall I see my little Babar again? You're doing a good job listening, boys and girls, Wyatt and Jason. Alas, that very day, the king of elephants had eaten a bad mushroom. It poisoned him, and he became so ill that he died. This was a great calamity, which means tragedy, sad, very sad. After the funeral, the three oldest elephants were holding a meeting to choose their new king. Just then they heard a noise. They turned around. Guess what they see? Babar arriving in his car and all the elephants running and shouting, Here they are! Here they are! Hello, Babar! Hello, Arthur! Hello, Celeste! What beautiful clothes! What a beautiful car! There you go. Then Cornelius, the oldest of all the elephants, spoke in his quavering voice. My good friends, we are seeking a king. Why not choose Babar? He has just returned from the big city. He has learned so much living among men. Let us crown him king. All the other elephants thought that Cornelius had spoken wisely, and eagerly they await Babar's reply. I want to thank you one and all, said Babar, but before accepting your proposal, I must explain to you that, while we were traveling in the car, Celeste and I became engaged. If I become your king, she will be your queen. Long live Queen Celeste! Long live King Babar! Cry all the elephants without a moment's hesitation, and thus it was that Babar became king. So when they get engaged, that means they're going to get married. Pretty cool. You have good ideas, said Babar to Cornelius. Cornelius, I will therefore make you a general, and when I get my crown, I will give you my hat. In a week, I shall marry Celeste. We will then have a splendid party in honor of our marriage and our coronation. Then turning to the birds, Babar asks them to go and invite all the animals to the festivities. And he tells the dromedary to go to the town and buy some beautiful wedding clothes. Pretty exciting. The wedding guests begin to arrive. The dromedary returns with the bridal costumes just in the nick of time for the ceremony. Doing a great job listening. Seriously, I'm very proud of you. And after the wedding and the coronation, everybody dances merrily. The festivities are over. Night has fallen. The stars have risen in the sky. King Babar and Queen Celeste are indeed very happy. Now the world is asleep. The guests have gone home, happy, though tired from too much dancing. They will long remember this great celebration. And now King Babar and Queen Celeste, both eager for further adventures, set out on their honeymoon in a gorgeous yellow balloon. Not a white balloon, but a yellow balloon. The end. Jason and Wyatt and all the rest of the boys and girls, you behaved so great. So next time, I can't wait to read you another story. So welcome to Grandpa's Story Hour, and I'm going to say goodbye. Love you. God bless.